Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a hard look at how to actually survive the sheer, frankly chaotic flood of artificial intelligence research being published right now. Look, if you've ever felt like you need a time machine just to keep up with the latest breakthroughs, you are definitely not alone. And today's Explainer is built exactly for you.
Let's kick things off with a number that's just visceral: 30,000. That's the number of new papers getting slammed onto arXiv every single month across all fields, with AI absolutely leading the charge. I mean, let that sink in for a second. It's a fire hose of information that completely outstrips any human being's capacity to read, digest, or even honestly skim. And because of that insane volume, we're seeing this brutal information asymmetry emerge. On one hand, the collective frontier is advancing at warp speed, but on the other hand, our individual awareness is totally lagging behind. Most of us are stuck relying on reactive keyword alerts, random social media feeds, or just word of mouth to figure out what's actually important. It's basically a system practically designed for you to miss out on the best ideas.
Section 1. Meet Paper Espresso.
So to fix this massive bottleneck, researchers put together an open-source platform called Paper Espresso. And instead of trying to drink from that entire 30,000 paper fire hose, its architecture makes a super smart choice right at the start. It relies on the Hugging Face Daily Papers feed to grab just the top 2 to 3% of the community trending upvoted papers. Then it uses large language models to actually read the dense PDFs, process them, and spit out highly structured insights. For every single paper it pulls in, the system automatically generates these structured outputs. You get a concise TLDR summary, a really detailed pros and cons analysis, open vocabulary topic labels, and canonical technical keywords. It essentially acts as a translator, turning impenetrable PDFs into easily digestible metadata that you can just quickly scan. Now here's the wild part. They've been running this system nonstop for 35 months. And over that time, Paper Espresso has processed over 13,380 papers. By doing this day in and day out, they haven't just built a neat reading tool. They've actually, almost accidentally, created a massive, publicly available dataset. It acts as a real-time, longitudinal observatory for the entire AI industry.
Section 2. The AI Research Hype Cycle.
Because this tool has collected tens of thousands of data points, it reveals massive meta-trends about the industry itself. By analyzing how topic proportions shift over time, Paper Espresso has actually mapped out a data-driven bibliometric Gartner hype cycle specifically for AI research. And the best part? This isn't based on opinions or consulting buzzwords. It's derived entirely from the actual publishing and engagement metrics of researchers over 3 solid years. It's fascinating to watch this map across the 5 classic phases. Right now, you've got highly nascent tech like world models sitting at the innovation trigger. Moving up to the peak of expectations, reinforcement learning is just heavily dominating the conversation. Then, and this might surprise you, foundational large language models have actually slipped down into the trough of disillusionment. The proportional share is dropping, even if absolute numbers are still high. Climbing out of that trough, code generation is on the slope of enlightenment, finding real practical footing. And finally, mechanistic interpretability has hit that stable plateau of productivity.
Section 3. The brutal velocity of trends.
Seeing all these topics move around begs a pretty terrifying question for anyone dedicating their life to AI research. How long do these trends actually last once they hit that peak? Well, researchers plotted the data and found a stark contrast. They measured the time to peak, meaning how many months from a topic's first appearance to its maximum popularity, against its half-life, which is how fast it drops by 50% in proportional attention.
Here is the data-driven irony of it all. The median time it takes for a topic to reach its peak is 8 months. That is 8 months of slow, grueling community building and research. But the median half-life? Just 1 single month. The community loses interest so incredibly fast that a topic's prominence gets slashed in half almost a moment it picks. It's basically a world of slow climbs and sheer abrupt cliffs.
Section 4. Why novelty wins attention.
So, with trends dying off that fast, how on earth does a researcher make sure their work captures attention before it falls off the cliff? The data gives us a super clear empirical answer. Paper Espresso calculated a novelty score based on how unusually a paper's topic tags were combined. And the results? They show a distinct, measurable positive correlation between how novel your topic combinations are and how many upvotes your paper receives. It all boils down to this incredible novelty payoff: 2.0x median upvotes for unconventional topic combinations. If you step outside the safe, established norms and mix completely unexpected topics together, you literally double your median community engagement.
It just goes to show, frequency absolutely does not equal affinity. If you're just writing about the most popular, high-frequency topic, like large language models, which make up almost 14% of all papers right now, you're just going to get average engagement. But if you find tightly coupled, surprising niches, say combining embodied AI with vision language action models, that draws 2 to 4 times higher upvotes. The community actively rewards you for cross-pollination.
Section 5, the Survival Guide. All right, let's distill all these macro discoveries into an actual actionable survival guide. First up, the AI frontier is constantly broadening. The data actually shows up to 408 brand new topics emerging every single month. It's fracturing, not consolidating. Second, you've got to avoid tunnel vision. Monitor those peripheral and niche trends. Third, timely awareness is absolutely critical. Honestly, if you're waiting to read an annual review, you are way too late because of that 1-month cliff. And finally, if you want to make a real impact, actively seek out cross-pollination and unexpected topic intersections.
So, I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought to chew on. Take a look at your reading habits over the last month. Are you trapped in the AI echo chamber, reading the exact same high-frequency papers as everyone else while they slide right into the trough of disillusionment? Or are you using tools like Paper Espresso to break out, find those high-novelty intersections, and discover the very next innovation trigger? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer, and keep learning.